everyone has these different archetypes for like males, females, whatever.
Yeah.
So a sigma would be parallel to an alpha. You're not performing for anyone necessarily, so you're still a leader. So think like a lone wolf, right? Like you have that internal confidence, and you're just like yourself. Like you are your own North Star in a way.
Yeah. That's what it is in reality. Dudes on the internet who are talking like this beautiful woman, like, oh, our nose is too big. Like, oh yeah, dude, you're a sigma for sure.
Oh, they're calling Margot Robbie mid, and it's like, who are you? What universe?
That's almost a hate crime.
Two goons, not one but two goons. Two goons, 7 hours in the bathroom.
Today's episode is guest starring host of the Drinking Bros podcast and former military Dan Hollaway, along with the host of Chat with Candice, Candice Orbox.
You know how your iPhone, if you turn it off, you can like still find it and stuff? It's
Yeah.
like they're still listening all the time. But there's certain phones that don't have the whatever chip in it or something.
Yeah, there's, what's his name? Eric Prince makes them.
Yeah.
The guy that was the Blackwater guy back in the day.
Oh, I don't know.
I've got one in my house, actually.
Oh, yeah. So you have like your listening device free. No Google Home or anything in your home.
No. There's stuff all over the place, but I have to like go into a different part of the house to
do all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Because I feel like everything is like cameras.
Oh yeah, dude. Like Samsung's been sued 2 times for this bullshit.
For monitoring.
They've been sued for their televisions actively listening to you talk. That was in like 2013, I think.
Yeah.
And then they got sued again for their fucking refrigerators listening to you.
The refrigerator.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like I can't even wake up at midnight and stuff food into my fat fucking face without somebody listening to me.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of System Update. I listen to Glenn Greenwald quite a bit.
Yeah,
and
he's
so
great.
he's like the snowed in.
Yeah.
So how is this is something I always wish someone would bring him on and he would like talk about it. So they basically stuffed in the government stuff, like they kind of lodged it in with after 9/11 that they can do this, right?
It's section, what is it, 730 or 7 something?
But this
it's in the Patriot Act.
Patriot Act, right?
Yeah.
So this was in
720.
Because so that's the thing that I don't understand is that they always talk about, and I'm not a huge political guy. I do listen to, I love Dave Smith and I love Glenn Grunwald because I feel they're honest and it's very tough. Like when you listen to like a lot of podcasts, it's very tough to find people who are not bought. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone, even podcasters, right? Even podcasters, you're bought you're bought from the sponsors.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
You know what the real problem is? You don't even have to be bought technically. A lot of people, I would say most, are bought because they're either too stupid to think for themselves, right? So they just latch on to whatever the most common thing near them that they agree with is, or they're afraid of going against the grain.
Sure, right.
You'll
lose the followers.
Which is way worse, right? Because that's what Noam Chomsky used to talk about with manufacturing consent. Like the whole point of it is to pressure you socially so much that you will stop thinking for yourself and just capitulate to whatever the state or whomever says, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Well, it was that scene from Theo Von podcast where Dana White said, "Do we have Pelotons in our gym?
Get them the
fuck out." And then he called the Peloton. He said, "Put that fucking dick to the picture of the guy." I think so. Okay, this is the crazy thing, though. It's you're Dana White, no matter what you are in your situation in life. And the problem is people don't see that. There's a lot of guys like that, but you don't get credit for, when you're not super famous, you don't get credit for that. But that is a genuine you have to live like that to be that.
Yeah, it sucks too. I don't understand any of it too, because this is America. We were founded by a bunch of dudes who looked at the most powerful military of all time and were like, these guys look stupid. We're just gonna fuck them up. We're not playing by these stupid rules.
Yeah.
Like we don't play by rules here. That's the whole fucking point of this country.
Yeah, you're supposed to have the freedom. You're supposed to not be monitored. You shouldn't have to worry about this shit. I shouldn't have to worry about, because every time I see like a reel of like, this is how people are hacking into your thing or how they're monitoring you. And it's like, I just want to fucking hang out, dude. I want to play a couple video games. I want to tell some jokes with my friends. I want to be able to eat a pizza and not get fucking like data scrubbed because I connected to the Wi-Fi.
Do you worry about that though?
What?
That I sometimes worry that like, again, it's something I always talk about. I worry that I'm not doing anything wrong, but I am worried. Like,
I just don't like. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Well, the
Most
thing
people
with
don't care though.
What about if they get
if they're being watched? So that's why they do it, because no one cares. Everyone's like, I'm not doing anything. So you can listen. It's fine. I'm boring.
But it's like
you should care.
You should.
You
Absolutely.
Should care.
What's your big do you have what's with your I want to say conspiracies, but these aren't conspiracies. Like what's your
Well, they are conspiracies. They're just not conspiracy theories because they've been proven right.
Exactly. Yes.
So conspiracy is another thing. So I just learned. So again, I love. We both. We just met, but so we're both comics, and I know you guys know Che.
Yeah.
So I felt like information is the tool for funny, right?
Yeah,
the more
of course.
information you know, the more.
Yeah.
And the whole the term conspiracy was post JFK, right? Like it was based off. So so that's where I'm like. So you guys know each other, or you're just friends, though, right?
Us? No, we've been dating.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't know the relation. I didn't know the relation.
Wouldn't it be weird if we just showed up together? Like, I don't know who the fuck this is.
No, I thought you guys were friends.
Yeah, I thought you guys were just. I honestly thought you guys were buddies. Yeah.
Well, we are
No,
too.
we just did a hard launch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Do you guys have an editor? Is there a round of applause button? Over
Yeah, we can get it like a.
So how did you guys meet? I mean, obviously, it's probably like a fresher breath there, and I feel like people actually during COVID, probably actually 2016, is where it really started. People were, it was like I can't date you based off you know what I mean? And
that's stupid.
That's really where, and I would feel I'm a very open-minded guy, so I don't care what your opinions are. Like I'm pretty. I have friends who are everything, but I can see. Post 2020 things change, but before that, if you have like these really like stern, I don't know, you just stand your ground, values, but some people didn't like that. Or
I mean that's the thing. It's the social pressure, right? It makes people feel weird about just being themselves, which is a very odd thing. We talk about this all the time because it pops up in interpersonal relationships a lot. A man and his woman will not engage PDA in public because they're worried about what other people think.
Yeah.
Fuck those other people.
Yeah.
There's two people in this relationship and nobody else fucking matters, dude. Like your woman needs to be touched all the time. That's what women need. Like to be reassured that I see you, you're here, you're protected, all this stuff. And you're not doing it because you're worried what some jackass on the park bench thinks. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But except ugly people, we don't want to see them.
No, I don't want to see it at all.
We can all agree.
I don't even want to see him in public at all.
He doesn't need to touch. The ugly guy doesn't need.
No, he needs to stay home and touch himself.
But no. So, how did you guys meet that?
So Gerard and I have been doing podcasts together for years, off and on. He's come on mine, I've gone on his, and that he linked us up. But actually, it's a funny story. My co-host stole her nanny or some shit. I don't know. She's got all kind of nanny drama.
Everyone has nanny drama. Like people,
Really?
yes. Like
it's a cutthroat world. It's like real estate
over
in New
nanny.
York.
Really?
Friendships will be lost. Homes burnt.
Well, it must be
yes.
tough to find. Well, again,
Someone good, reliable,
trust.
Oh, yeah,
right?
dude.
Yeah. So
I have the two dogs, and that's my biggest pain in the ass, to find someone who will take care of literally the only things I care about outside of my own bullshit.
No.
Yeah, it's really hard. But I mean, the podcasting world's super small. Right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everyone's one degree away. So
Yeah, you're
essentially you
doing-
bump into each other. Yeah.
Every time we bump into somebody, it's like, oh, I fucking know that guy.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, we're going to dinner with this dude. I'm like, oh, I fucking know that dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just such a small world, especially with people who are in the comedy scene.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people who are cut out that are still playing those old censorship games and stuff, and good for you, dude, I guess. I don't know.
What do you mean old censorship games?
Like the what he's referring to, right? This 2020 post period where people were bought into state propaganda so much that they're willing to disassociate from their actual family members.
Yes.
Right? And this is what I encourage you to do, is work backwards from the problem.
Yeah.
If somebody's trying to divide you, they're trying to conquer you. That's where the phrase comes from.
Yeah.
If somebody's trying to get in between you and another person as an intermediary and try to influence that conversation, you got to move that motherfucker out of the way. And me and you talk directly, because chances are there's something called 80-20 rule, right? We almost certainly agree on 80% of things.
Yeah.
Most people do, right? And they want you to focus on the small amount of stuff that you don't agree on.
That divides people.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Dude, I've been saying this for Dave Chappelle has this joke about asking someone how they vote. It's like, hey, who you voting for? He's like, whoa, why are you asking me all these personal questions? So it's fucking my wife in her ass. And I almost that there was a time where people didn't talk about these certain things. They didn't talk because there were these little things that would divide. You didn't talk about that with your neighbor. You went to barbecue and you talked about the fucking football game or whatever the fuck.
Religion and politics.
You leave it the fuck out because who cares?
Like everybody knew that phrase up until like 10 years ago.
Yes.
Now it's just like only religion.
And then politics is in everything.
Oh, that is the flip.
Isn't that weird?
That is the flip.
But it's because it's the two most personal things to you.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of ways, at least as far as social stuff goes, you get really heavily influenced by those things.
Yeah, but don't you think that it's gotten to a point where more politics are affecting everyone's everyday life, so now you can't ignore it? So before it was like, maybe you're talking about international politics or finance or whatever, like there wasn't anything that was directly affecting you, but now you're talking about people that are trying to change your kid's gender at school. Like these, and I want to know if that's something you believe in, because my kid's not coming to your house anymore. So now I feel like it's more relevant to talk about where in the past it wasn't.
I think it is like it's everything. It's in your football. It's in all the pieces, and I want it to be like pulled out of that shit. It's like
you've got like boys beating up girls in sports. I want to know if you think that's okay. Because
again,
like I'm going to filter that
out.
out.
I don't need to see end racism in big block letters in the end zone of an NFL.
Of the NFL game,
because all you're doing is virtue signaling. You haven't actually. This is a problem. So we're biologically wired to do stuff for people and then get physiological rewards for it. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, all this shit. So you do this virtue signaling nonsense. You get the physiological reward, but you haven't actually done anything for anybody else. You're a cunt. That's the worst person in the world.
I said I have a joke about it now that I'm like trying to suss out and working it out about how the reason we don't help the homeless is because they don't have a flag, and we only help out people with flags.
That's good,
right? So I was literally saying like, how can I give you $1 if nobody's going to know that I did something good? But that's
you have those
really
people
funny.
that like they'll help the homeless people, but then they do the selfie or the recording.
Yeah, do you remember
the whole
that?
thing.
Do you remember that?
They'll go down to like 6th Street downtown LA, and they're like handing out food, and they're like, "Look at how good I am."
And then she gets back in her car in her Bentley and drives off, and everyone's like, "What a piece of shit."
So funny
people
to give
do
someone $5 and they're like, "Oh, thank you." You're like, no.
I got to record it.
That's what like it happens in comedy a lot. You get people who like their opinion is more important than the jokes and stuff. And I'm like, do whatever you want, do whatever fulfills you creatively. But I've always thought like, if you do truly want to help people, you have people who are in the entertainment space and they're like, well, I'm going to help people through my comedy. It's like, you're not willing to make the sacrifice of not doing comedy to help people. You should do it with the intention first. Like you go to a third world country and help them dig wells. Like go use your hands, work for a non-for-profit. Like,
I mean, comedy is a really important tool in that regard though, right? So comedy is a pressure release valve for society. You and I come from different worlds. We have different backgrounds. I don't mean us specifically, but just like two random people. And we can get into a room and have a dude make fun of both of us, and we don't even remember that shit anymore. Our differences fade away, and all we remember is laughing together. That's a pressure release valve on society, and they want that shit turned off. Comedy was the first thing that got attacked during all this censorship bullshit. The first thing. And that's why thank God for American comedians who are just like, fuck you guys.
We're going to say
whatever we're going to say whatever we want.
A lot, but some do now. Some do now. Some will use this as, because again, you can get rich from picking a side. And unfortunately,
it's a grift.
You're a grifter, and that's the problem. I think both of us. I know both of us truly don't care. I don't care. I
know he doesn't for sure.
I'm pretty well uneducated on politics and stuff.
But I am very that is the thing. I try and say, but I do watch every one of Dave Smith's, every episode he does.
Part of the problem.
Just
a shout out to the show.
Shout out to the show. I'm probably not a good voice for their show, but one of my close friends is his co-host, Rob Bernstein. And I love them, and I probably base a lot of my opinions based off of him. It's my form of reading and then forming my own opinion. Certain things I don't agree with. Most things I think, I'm like, that's a pretty good point on that. Again, not everything. But yeah, you know, a lot of other people, they just, you know, again, look at, and I'll shout out these guys who I don't like. I don't like Jimmy Kimmel. Because again, this guy.
Does anybody like him?
I don't know if anyone watches the show.
People do like him. But again, another thing, he brought on Mayor Rob Ford, Toronto mayor, after he got caught smoking crack, made fun of him, and made a whole thing, and it was all good and fun when our mayor was getting like caught smoking crack. But as soon as like it affects him with he's going on TV crying, I'm like, you're a phony. You know, you're like fake and phony. It's you don't care about what's funny anymore. You're like using this for obviously your bot.
Well, that's why, you know, what I'm talking about before with the virtue signaling. In our culture, the social currency has shifted dramatically over the past, let's say, 40 years probably. It used to be like you and I are dudes. You're an honorable dude, you tell the truth, you work hard, blah, blah, blah. All the stuff that you think of as an archetype for a good man. And that is your, they're going crazy out there.
There's a lot of body pain out there.
Yeah, a lot of body pain.
Doing all that stuff.
Tough to be a dude right now.
Doing all that stuff was kind of like your access code to get into a group of other males that are honorable dudes, right? Now it's victimhood and virtue signaling. So you either have to get into this outrage Olympics bullshit, you know what I mean? And that's your identity, or you have to virtue signal and not actually help. So nobody's getting helped that needs it. And everybody's sitting around patting themselves on the back. What kind of society to live in is that? It doesn't make any
you were
fucking
also
sense.
saying the other day that there's no consequence for not being honorable, right? Like you can, you get to like be shitty, right? And there's no consequence to you.
In fact, you might get awarded for it now. You might get awarded for being not honorable. Well, you know, so this year is my first year of being like, you know, I've always been successful. I felt as a comedian in terms of what I was saying on stage, but I was never like monetary successful, and this is my first year. And I actually used to think up until recently that there was not, I don't want to say honor, just but I did think like the victimhood mentality and posting about it and whining and crying. I really, you know, I wasn't raised, I honestly, I wasn't raised right. I was too soft, and I probably don't have a good relationship with my parents because of that. And I thought that was a way to like signal like distress. And then the older I've gotten, the more successful I've gotten. Like, no, you don't want to throw that out in the world. You want to just fucking deal with this stuff.
Yeah, you deal with your shit. You work whatever you need to work through it. Some people go to therapy. Some people fucking whatever the fuck it is. Like they eat a bunch of mushrooms or something. You deal with your shit and you get over it. But yeah, being an honorable person, I think about being like a cowboy or something. It's like your word is your honor. You fucking you had a handshake deal and shit like that.
Stetson, man.
It meant something to you to break your word, right?
To be honest. To be a fucking honest human being. Absolutely.
And a big part of it is what you're talking about. It's just like we're built to struggle as human beings, right? And if we don't get that, especially young age, then we turn out to be pieces of shit. We all know trust fund kids. None of them, like there's 0% of them turn out good.
Well, I think you believe this was the thing I believed. And then this kind of clicked even before I started to make money. I used to always think, especially in my like 30s, maybe next year. This was my mindset. Maybe next year. And then I got into my, like, you know, I'll get rich, I'll get this, I'll have this or this. Then I'm 41 sleeping on the floor doing comedy in New York City. I'm like, no, it probably won't happen. So just enjoy this.
Right.
And also the I think like the deeper you get into it, you see how vapid some things are. Like oh, we go on a yacht and we party and we do this and that. Me and my buddies, there's like 10 of us. We go up to a friend's cottage. He has this shitty cottage where the toilet doesn't work, and you have to like ride a bicycle down to the lake where there's an actual like plumbing.
You're
toilet.
gonna get murdered, dude. Like this is every horror movie. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's actually it's in Muskoka. It's in a nice. It's like a nice area.
You'll be fine.
But he just has it's been handed down to him. But it's like 10 of us comics, we go up, we eat mushrooms, we go on hikes, we like bring up like meat and stuff, and we all stay in this shitty cottage, and I'm like, and it's the best fucking time ever.
Yeah.
Don't need to go on a yacht, don't need to do a fancy thing. You just need to hang out with your fucking boys and have a good time and build these personal connections with people. But we've been like sold this like glitz and glam and all this. The happiness will come in this like a never-ending faucet of success. It's like, no, building a good social circle is something that will like keep you going for fucking ever.
Or even talk to like highly successful people, they don't remember their wins. They only remember the losses.
Oh,
Is that where you want to be at the end of your life, where you've got immeasurable wealth and you can only remember the times that you failed?
Yeah.
No, you got to put that shit aside and think about what actually matters in your life, like family and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
And then
absolutely.
to the struggle thing, I think the most important thing that you can know as a human being, well, there's two. One is that you can only control your attitude and your effort in this life. Everything else is out of your control. And the second one is the weight doesn't get lighter, you get stronger. That's how life works, right?
Yeah.
So those two things combined, you can pretty much succeed at anything. It's just a matter of time before you get there, right?
Yeah.
That's like just basic first principles information. You don't really need to know much else.
I listened to I forget his last name. I feel so stupid. I'm embarrassed. He was Kobe's and Michael Jordan's trainer.
Tim.
It's slipping me
Son
right
of
now.
a bitch. He's been on my show too. Yeah.
He is the man.
He's mindset wise. He's
that's
he's
why
up
I
there with the
listen to a
best.
lot of his, I'm so embarrassed. I'll look it up. I'm so embarrassed because I literally like will watch his videos and I'm like, dude.
Is he a podcast guy or is he like a...
No, he's like
trainer.
So he was Jordan's personal trainer, both physically and mentally, right? So he's the guy that when Jordan retired to go to baseball, he rebuilt his body for baseball, and rebuilt it again when he came back.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean? So he's legit. And then when Jordan retired, Jordan kind of passed him on to Kobe.
Fearless. I know that's the book.
Dude, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, he's awesome. I mean, but it's a choice that you make.
Yeah.
Right. And you're a goddamn, not you guys.
No, we're Canadians.
You're goddamn. I bet the bulk of your audience is probably American. You're a goddamn American, dude.
Yeah.
Step the fuck up. Why are you sitting around? This is the thing that really pisses me off about men and women too. Why are men sitting around complaining about how women are? Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah.
You're the man. You're supposed to be leading this thing.
Exactly.
Why are you whining?
Yeah, it's really hypocritical because they'll blame women for everything, but at the same time, they're like, women shouldn't vote, women should stay at home, women shouldn't work, men are like the absolute leader in everything that they do. Well, if that's true, then like you're ultimately responsible for everything downstream of you and your behavior.
And you can't even lead in your own life, motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna lead the country.
Tim
Grover. I almost said Glover. I'm like, that's not right.
Do you think there are really a lot? Okay, so here's an interesting thing. Do you think there are a lot of angry guys, like these are angry guys who are called incels? Now they don't even, so this is the thing, they don't even like, they're not nicknaming themselves incels.
Sure, yeah.
That's society. And there is a proven thing. I listen to a lot of Chris Williamson too, who talks about like that, go back to the 80-20, that only 20% of the guys on these dating apps are getting matches.
That's right, yeah.
And so 80% of the guys. So is the onus on the guys then to, I'm being serious, like for me, I'm a workaholic. Like again, 2 years ago, I had literally nothing and I would not refuse to accept, I couldn't accept it.
Yeah.
And I figured out a way to start like getting my career going. But you think that's the onus on the guys?
Yeah.
Who
Dating?
are these,
Yeah.
the incels to like, I guess kind of, I don't know, get the six pack, get the big arm.
No, forget about all that. None of that shit matters. Like if you guys have been fishing before, right?
Yeah.
If you put a rock on the end of your line and throw it into the water, what's going to happen?
Yeah,
not a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
The bait in this analogy is your person.
Yeah.
What value you're bringing. Build yourself into the kind of dude that attracts the kind of woman you want, period, right? So if you want a woman that's like super loyal and honest, be loyal and honest. And then figure out what it is she needs to not look in any other direction, which is safety. It's Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? She needs to be seen, heard, and protected. That's it. You know what I mean? Build yourself into the kind of dude that can do that, and then you don't have to worry about this other bullshit.
Yeah.
But if you go out, you mentioned the incel thing, black pilled too is what they call themselves, or Sigma males, which they're not. That's not what a Sigma male is. She can explain more about that. But these dudes think that they're somehow above it all. Yeah, I'm above all that. Like, oh yeah, you're just gonna fade into obscurity then. Yeah. That's why no one will remember you. You will have no children and no grandchildren because of that, right? Yeah. It's fucking stupid. They think that women are not up to par, so I'm not gonna give them my best.
Right.
And
All
then
women are whores and don't deserve
and then
them.
Then they get women who see themselves as undeserving whores. Right? That's what they get. Yeah. And then it just reinforces their stupid ideology.
Right.
So yeah, it's always on the man.
Oh, so
tell them about the Sigma male thing. That's really interesting to me.
Well, so there's like everyone has these different archetypes for like males, females, whatever.
Yeah.
So there's the alpha and the self-proclaimed alphas, but a sigma would be, it's a parallel to an alpha, but it's you're not performing for anyone necessarily, so you're still a leader. So think like a lone wolf, right? Like you have that internal confidence, and you're just like yourself, like you are your own North Star in a way. But yeah, it's alpha, but not performative.
Okay, yeah.
That's what it is in reality.
Right,
But
it's not
dudes
like
on the internet who are talking like this beautiful woman, like, oh, our fucking nose is too big. Like, oh yeah, dude, you're a sigma for sure.
Oh, they're calling Margot Robbie mid, and it's like, who are you? What universe?
That's almost a hate crime.
This episode's proudly sponsored by the most dangerous and clickable site on the internet, Jerkmate.
It's free to sign up. We're giving you $10 to Jerkmate. Real models, real moans. If you go on Jerkmate, you can see beautiful women, beautiful other things, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's tons of beautiful stuff on there.
It's beauty all around for a true gooner.
And guys, remember, making an account is totally free. No monthly fees, no nothing. Just make your account, browse through the models, spend your $10, do whatever you want.
Grab a little coconut oil.
A little coconut oil.
Dim the lights.
Maybe a candle?
And a little goon for you.
It's gooner time.
Goon on Jerkmate, baby.
Yeah, honest, dude.
I get it.
I don't know against whom, because what's she, Australian or some shit?
So the sigma is the parallel to the alpha, but the opposite to the simp.
Supposed to be, right?
Right, but that's what I mean. Right, like it's parallel to the alpha, but the opposite of the simp, where the simp is like...
It's like you don't fall, like where an alpha's maybe like, I'm going to get fit and get rich, and like the like traditional masculinity, their version of masculinity follows no construct. Right, they're like, you can't even follow my shit.
Yeah. Right. I don't even like the concept of simp, though. What does that mean?
It's anyone that's nice to a woman.
I feel...
There are some real simps.
Those for sure.
That's what I mean.
For sure.
I don't think... Okay, so I think there's a difference between like what a simp, like being nice to one, but then someone who's like, okay, here's what my thing would be for a simp, like some guy who's like buying stuff for women and like doesn't even get to date her or something. I don't know. That's kind of
there's always a what do you call it? A shadow and light version of things. Like a good and a bad.
But then there's also like financial domination, and that's different than a simp too. So some guys actually get off on like on paying and buying things, and that's different. The simp is just like hopelessly in love with a woman.
I envision a simp like kind of like meek, like
Well, it's the sneaky fucker. Are you familiar with this?
Dude, every dude knows a sneaky fucker.
Well, I mean, so it comes from nature, though, right? It's a manatee. So manatee, sea lion, a couple other of these large, there will be one alpha dude who's called the beach master, right? And he fucks all the girls.
Yeah.
And then which is like, I've got that tattooed on my lower back.
Actually?
No.
He's got a beach
She's going to leave me if I say that. So this dude's called the beach master. And then when he tires himself out, he's the only one that's allowed up here with all the women, right? He's got a harem. And then the other guys, the sneaky fuckers, will hang out on the other side of the berm. Yeah. And when he goes to sleep or goes out to feed or something, they'll sneak in and get girls pregnant.
Fuck.
Do you know there's a fish, I forget what it's called, that will change gender?
Oh, yeah.
The shuttercock or something?
Something like that.
No, that's definitely not it.
And it's not the one that Alex Jones was talking about, right?
Oh, what?
The other one.
The frogs.
The frogs gay.
The frogs are gay.
Isn't that weird how that turned out to be true?
Well, that was the funniest thing, because when RFK Jr. said it,
he was like,
I told you, the frogs are gay.
What is it, atrazine or something like that?
Something in the water. Yeah, it's like feminizing the frogs.
It's so weird.
It's wild.
It's like, I think somebody said the difference between a conspiracy theory and a conspiracy is 48 months or something like that, 4 years, basically.
Before you...
So let the record show, to go back to the simp thing, I'm a very open-minded guy. I don't hate on that. I hate on the sneakiness. I hate on the sneakiness. And again, go back to like the COVID thing, and so my whole point with the Dave Smith thing is I'm actually like a big fan of libertarian, but I'm not a political guy. I just think of all the things that are out there that I hear, that's the one that makes the most sense.
Yeah. Well, libertarian is kind of a complement to whatever side of the aisle you fall on anyways, right? It's not a standalone ideology. They have left and right-leaning libertarians. Most people are one of the two, actually.
Right.
Like, it would be, to be a straight down the middle libertarian would be a kind of an odd position to be in, because you don't actually do anything. You know
well,
what
I think as a comedian, you kind of almost have to be.
Yeah, well, if you want to, you definitely want to exhibit
jokes,
that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
if you're
fuck
telling
everybody
jokes,
up.
yes.
Yeah.
So I do have my, like, who I like and who I won't like, but I don't make it, I don't make it public.
Well, we do, but we also make fun of them, right?
Yeah, sure.
So, like, big portion of my audience is military and first responder. I was in the military, right?
Yeah.
So we get a bunch of those people around, and they're mostly, like 95% of them are conservative. A lot of them are right-leaning libertarians. Some of them are lefties, but most of them are conservative. We every now and again we'll get into some kind of spat with these people. Like, I'm talking shit about this guy or that guy. They're like, you can't look. And I'm like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want to.
Yeah.
Like, what's the old phrase? Sacred cows make the best burgers, I believe. I don't remember who said that.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
That's great.
I don't remember who said that, but do not fucking tell me what to do.
Well, I'll tell you who didn't say it. It wasn't an Indian guy.
No. Maybe like a Muslim Indian. Definitely not a Hindi.
Yeah.
Sure.
With that being said, I went to one of the best steakhouses last night in Tampa called Burns.
Oh, I've never been there. Is it good?
Oh,
Where in Tampa is it? You don't know Tampa.
West Shore. But they had a steak tartare and they had a lamb tartare.
Yeah.
And I said, he said the traditional is traditional.
Yeah.
But if you want something that's outstanding. And we got the lamb tartare. It was
Prepared the same way with the quail egg and everything?
no egg.
Oh.
But it was like on this. It had this sauce on it. So I'm trying not to do carbs right now because I had my. I was telling Che before the podcast.
LDLs.
I had my APOB's high right now, so it's like the cholesterol marker. So I'm like off carbs, until tonight when I'm eating fries. But but so I just had it on the spoon, and it was honestly one of the best appetizers I've ever had at a steakhouse.
I've never had that.
It was because you had this like flavor of the lamb. Like you have to if you don't like gamey things, you won't like lamb. But if you like that, it was. I was like the.
Lamb is a very specific type of game too. It's not like other gamey meats.
Yes.
It's like very specific.
And it was so. If you're ever in Tampa, shout out to Burns. You have to go.
Yeah,
we did we didn't have enough time to get the whole dining experience because I had a show at 8. I didn't want to fill up, so we just did like 5 appetizers and just nailed it. We did like scallops, tartare, and then we did a shrimp cocktail and a beet salad. Everything raw.
Yeah, dude.
It was amazing.
So you were down there doing a show. How's the comedy scene down there? Because Miami is like.
Tampa's amazing.
Yeah.
There's not a lot going on in Miami comedy for some reason. You would I guess there's just more stuff to do. It's the same thing with sports. They can't sell sports here either.
No,
Too flashy.
everyone's kind of doing their own thing. What people want to do out here is like rent a yacht, go to Kiki on the water. Like remember we did.
This is not for the everyman.
No, it's
comedy's
like
for the everyman.
Everyone out here is like ultra rich off of like some crypto coin that you've never fucking heard of. And like they just wanted do flashy shit. Go to some rooftop and spend like thousands of dollars on some weird champagne.
That's now and then is fun, but that's not like a lifestyle. I would rather be in the woods doing mushrooms like you're talking about.
Dude. Oh, dude.
I like the combination of the both. I like the middle of the woods.
Yep. And I also like nice bubbles.
Yeah, that would be if we can do mushrooms in the woods with good caviar and bubbles.
I'll tell you what it is. To be honest with you, during COVID, my ex, who's also here for XBiz, we used to rent nice cottages in Canada because you could do nothing else, and that was a life. So you're like in the woods, but really nice.
Just hang the fuck out.
Whereabouts in Canada?
We would every month because we were locked down for what was it?
We were twice as long as you. Well, you guys were in Texas. You guys fucking didn't do anything.
I was
North
locked
Carolina
down.
was bad.
Yeah, North Carolina
really
wasn't
bad.
great. Yeah, but
Is
I
that
was.
where you are? Mm-hmm. You live there now?
I do, yeah.
North Ohio.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think North Ohio has rules. I don't think so.
You want to find the better place in Texas? North Ohio. But yeah, so we would go, to be honest with you, we'd like almost just throw a dart in Ontario and Quebec, and we would go 3 hours this way, 4 hours this way, 5 hours that way, and we would stay right on the water. We had 3 dogs. We brought the dogs. I would go to the couple things that were open were luckily there's a place in Toronto called St. Lawrence Market, and it's the best butchers all come in this one market, and they just sell it. So I would go to the butcher, and this is the only man thing I can do is I can barbecue. Thank God.
Well, that's the most important one. So.
Yeah, and make fires.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was the original man thing.
Oh no! See, I said that I had this argument with Andrew Wilson or whatever from the whatever podcast, and I was saying like fires are masculine, building fires are masculine, and he went on this whole tangent about how it's like a woman's job. It's like I can't fucking do.
No.
Like men and fire have had a relationship since the dawn of time. Like what the fuck are you talking about?
I think
it's like fire in the wheel, right?
The fire in the wheel.
Those are like the two.
Yeah.
That's our first two inventions.
Yeah.
And not only that, if you want to build so we would build every night epic fires. It's a process.
Yeah.
You got my ex couldn't have built that thing. There's no way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that. I love that. But yeah, so we would just pick anywhere, and that was the only thing you could do, because everything was aside from supermarkets. So yeah, but it was.
It's not a bad thing to do, though. I mean, pick up some Alberta beef and head up to the mountains. It's not a bad. It's not a bad day.
You know,
remember Adamson's barbecue?
Yes.
Dude, Adamson's barbecue was this dude. He had the best barbecue in Toronto. Because when we would go up to the cottage,
Canada.
Best in Canada, for sure.
You don't say that to somebody from Alberta. They might fight you.
No.
I'm telling you.
What kind of barbecue?
Well,
is it?
here.
He would do a lot of, what is it, smoked brisket. He had some crazy bacon. That chicken was nuts.
I swear to God, he had Texas license plates too, and in Ontario. Like he was a Texan in the wrong body.
And so
Trans-Texan.
Trans-Texan. He identified as Texan.
Yeah.
But even the smoke, dude, he had an operation.
Yeah, like during COVID, they were making crazy money because they were selling these like Christmas like meal things for like $400, and they would send like kits to your house. And there was a bunch of comics who like drove for him and drove the trucks because one comic was a part owner in the restaurant. So when we would go up to this cottage, that one of those boys would bring up like all this meat, and we would just eat like brisket and stuff like crazy.
It was really good.
Yeah. It's hard to beat a good brisket, to be honest. That's my favorite thing about Texas.
Yeah,
is like
just eating.
You can't get better brisket in the world than in Texas.
Yeah,
and you can't get away with selling bad brisket either. That's the thing I like about it.
Well, my favorite thing about brisket is I went to what's the Michelin star one that just got it?
Interstellar.
Oh, we went all the way there, and it was over 2 hour line.
45-minute wait.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you
Well, you can also order 72 hours in advance and just go there, pick it up and take it to your house, which is what we're gonna do.
Just like eat in your car?
Well,
no, let's take it to your house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be funny to eat a whole fucking brisket in your car. So people are like walking by looking at you like, fuck you, brisket.
I'm down to go out for steak or go spend $150, $200 on a good meal, and I don't care. That's my favorite thing in life. Here's my.
If you're gonna have a vice, that's a good one to have.
It's the best
financially
one to
speaking. Just
no
great
alcohol.
Food.
It's not. I'm not even a drinker. It's just food. And and the other thing now is upgrades on airplanes.
Comfortability.
I love to be comfortable.
That's what you do when you get money. Is like you purchase convenience for yourself.
Yeah.
Well,
comfort
shoes,
and convenience.
Yeah, I could never afford nice shoes until like last year. So I was like, I'm just gonna be comfortable.
How do you like sushi?
See, women are the opposite though. We spend a lot of money to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you look great. You look great. We got to get these injections and wear these shoes that suck. And I get to see the pain in her eyes. I'm like, you okay?
Yeah, dude.
She's got like the Slavic, it's a Japanese attitude. She will not quit. She refuses to give up. It's like Melania Trump.
That's what I
Show
say.
me a picture of Melania Trump in flat shoes.
You won't.
Doesn't exist.
Are you part Japanese? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We were at a Kentucky Derby, and we were there all day, and I left, and I was still in the same like 6-inch stilettos, and I had women coming up to me, and they're like, "How?" And I was like, "I just say like, what would Melania do?"
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And I just keep them on.
Was that an amazing experience?
Oh yeah, we go every couple of years. It's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
So I tried to get into the. So I'm big into F1 now.
They do it in Austin at COTA. What? I think it's in October, right?
Yeah, America. Right. I'm gonna go. So I was in Austin for the winter, and I'm moving back to New York, and I'm gonna come back in October. Big into F1. Got into it because of the Netflix series, and it's amazing.
A lot of people did. Yeah.
It's amazing. And then I tried to get into the race one. I watched it, and I couldn't get into the horses.
I mean, you have to be there.
Oh, I'm sure it's.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're there, it's awesome, but I can't imagine watching that shit on TV.
No,
not unless you're a degenerate gambler.
You gotta be like,
you gotta be gambling,
like
dude.
you see a guy with his thumb broken off, like that dude watches horses at home for sure.
Dude, when he's fucking, they got the paper and they're slapping it, dude. Yeah, that's the good
Yeah,
shit.
if you like sushi in Austin, Scratch Sushi.
I've heard Scratch.
Amazing.
It's an omakase,
so
obviously, like a 10-seater. It's great. You gotta go
I've
there.
heard Scratch.
Nice.
That's the one Rogan shouted out multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chef Philip, he's with what's his name, the Japanese sushi chef Morimoto on a reality show this year, like Sushi Masters or some shit. I can't remember.
I've been to Morimoto's in Vegas.
Yeah, it's great.
One of his restaurants
That place
there
is
at
great,
1 MGM was amazing. Well, I just did Jay Carver in Austin.
Oh, okay.
I
haven't been there.
The steakhouse.
Is it good? Where in Austin is that one? I don't think
It's right downtown. So this is my whole thing about the barbecue. So I went to Interstellar, waited 45 minutes, set to drive 30 minutes, wait in line for 45 minutes, and then for about $60, $70 more, I'll go to steakhouse, have this amazing variety. I like the variety of like the ahi tuna, the steaks, the salads, and I'm like, this is the best dining experience.
Yeah.
Where after barbecue, I feel like a piece of shit.
You've got to take it's like I know there's no intellectually I know that there's no tryptophan in it like turkey.
Yeah.
But you get the meat sweats and you got to take a 3-hour nap. I don't have time for that shit, dude.
You can't do comedy.
No, you definitely can't do
don't
comedy
have
at the
to
barbecue.
eat that much.
What are you
No,
what the fuck are you talking about?
That's it.
Eat less.
This is our
sensible person. Just don't gorge yourself. And we're all like, what are you talking? You gotta be sick.
Bad opinions.
This is
worst take on the podcast. We've done 16. Don't eat but my eyes.
Like, you don't have to finish the whole thing. Like,
What are you talking about?
No.
So I've got 3 freezers in my house, and all of them
they're
are
all full of meat.
Yeah.
Really?
So, and that's
Yeah.
appropriate because I have the amount. I'm using the amount of space that I have. I'm not wasting space. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Right? I've got like fucking I don't know, 1,000
It's
pounds of meat.
unnecessary.
Does it ever go bad? Like, don't you?
Every now and again,
freezer-
some stuff will. Yeah, it depends. I mean, I have like a bunch of meat subscriptions, and then I go hunting as well.
Yes.
So
you just do this just because it just makes sense. You're not, or is there this potential? There could be a situation.
Oh well, yeah. I keep pemmican in my house too. You know what that is?
No, it's
disgusting.
It's not. It doesn't taste great.
What
so
is it? Like,
it's you slice meat real thin.
It's so bad.
The least fatty cuts are like a butt round, something like that.
Yeah.
Cut it up into slices. Basically make jerky out of it, but you dry it completely out, then you grind it up in a powder, and you add beef tallow back to it.
Okay.
And it makes like this. It's not, the texture's
A
weird.
meat paste.
It tastes good to me because I love
What do
the
you
way
put
meat
it
tastes. My mouth.
Oh, you just.
But you spread on bread?
So like no, you
No,
just
it's
eat
like
it.
end of times.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Something that
it's
you
shelf
eat.
stable for like 15 years.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you something,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I got into this. Is my big expensive habit is biltong.
What?
It's the South African beef,
Oh.
and I'll give you the guy's info and
Don't-
Just
she's-
more. Here we go.
You gotta relax.
More meat.
dude. The way this guy prepares it, it's just meat, salt, pepper, and then he puts in like a little of other flavor. It's like $32 a pound.
I don't give a shit.
And I go through this shit, and it's
Where are you? Is it on? You're buying it online?
No, he's in Austin.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
well,
that's
you
what I'm
should.
saying.
You
I'll give
shouldn't
you-
have
I'll
told me
give you
this.
It's the best. So take the best beef jerky you've ever had, and then times it by 10. And I get this guy. He comes into town to drop it off on, where the Whole Foods is on East 5th.
Yeah.
So the wine club, they serve it at there, and oh my god, it's incredible. So yeah. I'm salivating. I'm about that life, but I love weird tasting things though. I love apple cider vinegar. I don't even mix it with the
Water
the
or whatever. Yeah.
I just sound like
Well, you're supposed to mix it with water because of your teeth, I think.
yeah, I don't.
But if you just shoot it down the back of your throat, who cares, right?
I love the weird taste.
I do it before I eat. It keeps your blood sugar low.
Yeah. That's real. For
Yeah,
sure,
yeah. So I do that.
And none of the other things, the supplements or the gummies, none of this shit works. You got to actually drink
do
it.
the
Yeah,
vinegar.
It's the
I
only
love
way it
that
works.
stuff.
Yeah, that's one that runs in my family. My dad was pre-diabetic. My mom, or not my mom, my grandpa was diabetic. So I watched that a lot. So yeah, I do a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and if you do like a handful of greens, like 30 minutes before you eat, cuts your blood sugar.
What kind of greens? Just anything?
Arugula is really good.
Yeah, I just have like mixed greens or whatever in my place. Yeah.
I actually do the Jocko greens.
What are the Jocko greens?
The powder?
Oh no, not like a powder, like lettuce.
Like actual,
I know, I like that. I do the Jocko greens, and then I was telling Che about the creatine hack, where if you're like tired, you just do 4x 5 milligrams. You do 20 milligrams, and it's like
it'll make you puffy if you're not active, but you're not gonna have a problem. That's the only thing about creatine is it'll make you puffy. So creatine turns glucose into ATP, which is gasoline for your muscles. That's what it does, right? Now, if you want to do it for your brain too, there's something called ketone.
You guys drink that ketone water.
It's Ketone IQ is the name of the company. So our buddy Jeff owns that. It's basically ketones are basically ATP but for your brain, right? So if you don't want caffeine or jittery bullshit, you just pop one of those. For like 4 hours, you're locked in.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's really good.
So they say that about. That's why. So the regular dose. I don't know. It's 5 milligrams or 5 grams, whatever it is. The traditional.
You just triple it up. Or
quadruple it up.
Oh, damn.
So when you have some days. So for example, I'll give you a perfect. Yesterday, woke up a lot earlier than I had to catch my flight to Tampa because I had to do a connecting. Because I won't fly. I check planes and I won't fly the 9 Maxes. So.
Are they still running those out right now, or I thought they pulled them all?
No, Southwest is 7 Max, 8 Max, and 9 Max, so I don't fly them. So my buddy who's a pilot is like, "You're insane." I'm like, "Yeah, well, okay."
Like 2 crashed 15 years ago.
You got to draw a line somewhere, though.
Got to draw a line somewhere.
Come on.
But yeah, so
not when you're eating, by the way.
No.
You eat until you vomit or pass out.
Yes,
but with planes, you draw the line at 15 years ago.
Yes. Yeah.
It makes perfect sense to me.
In other countries that don't have these restrictions.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but I got this from Rogan, and Rhonda Patrick was the first one I heard it from. So when you have that brain fog, like when you if I don't get 7 hours, I feel pain in my head. But then you just take 4 scoops of creatine.
I've never tried that.
Locked in.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's whatever the ketone or...
I started taking these things called Genius pills. They're like Genius brand or whatever. It's rhodiola, bacopa, L-theanine. There's a little bit of cannabis, a little bit of caffeine.
Is there any lion's mane or anything like that?
No lion's mane, but I do take a mushroom powder. I have like the Four Sigmatic has like a 10 mushroom blend. Their 10 mushroom one, I fucking love that one.
Love it.
These Genius pills actually locked me in. The only thing is I was like, I love everything except for the cannabis because I get like, it's only 2.5 milligrams per pill, which isn't a lot, but I don't smoke weed at all. So I feel that. And then when I come down, I'm like, oh, I just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Like a huge crash off of it.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say, this is so fascinating about this podcast because this is the vibe I wanted, because on other podcasts, dude, we've been like talking about like literally Joanna Angel talked about her asshole falling out.
Yeah,
well,
we did.
so when he and I did a show a couple months ago, we linked back up. We're in a group text. He goes, "Oh yeah, I haven't talked to you since we spent all that time looking at buttholes together."
Yeah.
Is that what you guys did?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize that your now girlfriend was in the chat with you. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. So we have this picture of one of our fucked up fans sent us this. You know that Hope picture of Obama?
Yeah.
So you know Hope Solo, the U.S. women's goalie?
Yeah.
And she had those nudes that leaked, and one of them was like just her face, and then her fucking pussy, and then her asshole. Yeah. Right?
Good for her.
Somebody, yeah. It's not. I mean, it's a very aggressive opening shot, but whatever. Yeah. So somebody turned that into the Hope Obama poster, and it's sitting on our set right now. So buttholes come up a lot. Also, maybe in the intro to the show, the very first frame is her butthole just wide as fuck, and then it closes in. My buddy's face comes out of it.
That's crazy.
Maybe, I don't know. Don't tell YouTube, I guess.
Maybe that could be what we're doing.
Do you find though? Okay, so you like you said, you definitely your fan base. And I've done a lot of the thing that actually got me through my first couple of years in New York was I signed a corporate doing comedy for veterans. So I love best sense of humor.
Yeah, we're all fucked up, man.
Best people ever.
You got to go pretty hard to offend somebody.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes. But do you find that so you guys are pretty, from what I understand, just open what you talk about. Do you find that people sometimes like on the right, a little more conservative, they get a little uncomfortable with this conversation, and why?
Maybe some of the older folks, I guess. You know what I mean? But not military people.
No, but not military. I'm saying just like, okay, so I listen, so I love All In podcasts, and they're buddies with Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
I think Ben has some really good takes. I think Ben has some terrible takes. But like if we were talking like this around him, he went, "Oh no, guys, okay, this is too much."
Actually, in person, he says fuck a lot.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm shocked.
Yeah. So, but there are
just not on the show because he wants to make money.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people I find, and like I said, this is one of these things I find fascinating. There are prudes on the left, but there are like a lot of prudes on the right.
Yeah. They're just prudish about different shit usually, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's just the what you're prude about.
Yeah, what can't you say with on either side? When either side gets like a dominance over the media, it gets boring in either way.
I don't play any of that games.
No, you won't fall into, and that's why I love Dave Smith. He's like, though people will say shit to him, like his fans. Is like, well, I guess we're losing some fans today.
I'm like, I genuinely, other than her and a few of my very close friends, I couldn't give two fucks what somebody thinks about me.
Yeah,
Right.
fair.
Why should I? Why would you invest any amount of your time concerned about what somebody that has no influence over your life thinks of you? I mean, there's some phrases like, don't take criticism from anybody you wouldn't take advice from, for example.
Yeah.
It's like, none of this shit matters.
Anything rattle you?
Yeah, good luck.
Really?
What do you mean, rattle in what way?
I don't know, like sometimes, hey dude, I could go down, like, I'm pretty rock solid for the most part, but I still have, at the end of the day, I still have like the weird, I was writing about it on the plane today, the weird anxieties, and I think maybe I wasn't close enough, maybe because I wasn't close with my parents. Like I've been kind of, not Sigma, but there was that lone wolf kind of do my own thing for a long time.
That's pretty common in the animal kingdom though, right?
Yeah.
Like very frequently the leader of a pride of lions will get kicked the fuck out. Or a young male will fuck up, do something socially incorrect and get kicked out and be a loner for the rest of his life. It happens all the time.
Yeah, there's a difference between a loner though and a Sigma, right?
Sure, yeah, they're not the same.
No, I was like battling my own bullshit, so I had to like kind of go my own way.
You gotta take time away, dude.
Yeah, sometimes everybody needs a breath every now and again.
But so now, and again, there's things that will rattle me.
Like what?
I don't tend to fall into the trap of comments or DMs, but there could be the odd one that like I'm like, oof, this is a little bit.
To me, it's either funny or I don't care.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So I don't read all the comments, but I read a lot of them because every now and again somebody will roast the fuck out of you. I'm like, that's
I like that stuff.
Yeah. That shit's
I don't
funny.
mind that stuff.
Yeah.
But when people like do,
but if it's just like nasty and personal, I'm like, I don't. You get to choose whether you give energy to that comment or not.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
And it's a discipline at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people just don't eat. They either don't have the discipline because they haven't worked on it, or they refuse to.
Yeah.
Even right now. So fuck that.
Well, and there is that sort of loose mental structure, that lack of mental discipline. People are preyed upon constantly because of that online.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
So many
yeah.
of these things, like you probably see it all the time, like these. Male guru kind of guys like gonna make you into this man thing, and I'm like, oh, that's like a man's version of makeup. That's like they're praying on like what's like dudes in
it's drag for men. That's what it is, right? Like you're putting on fake masculinity.
Yes,
and I can see it, bitch.
Yeah,
like you're not fooling
I
anybody.
feel like some of those are though. Like I've met some of those guys that do help men.
There are some. Yeah,
well,
our buddy Matt Enns is really good.
Yeah,
like
he's
that,
amazing.
He's actually Canadian too, which is fucked up.
He
to
mostly
say.
does like he helps men repair their marriages. That are, triage.
Like this is how you be an. It's not alpha's not this caricature you saw on TV.
It's like be the
Here's
leader
what it
of your
actually
family.
is. Right?
Yes, yeah.
Again, like all the Tate stuff. I listened to his podcast with the Nelk Boys, and it's in terms of entertainment.
Oh, it's entertaining.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's
the problem is he's saying that and pretending like it's real, and he knows it's not too.
He's just trolling. He's
Yeah.
trolling.
He is trolling, but there is the snippet here or there that he'll say, and you're like, yo, you're a fucking G.
That's how you sell the sauce. Though.
Yes.
You mix some stuff where you go, oh, that's real. And then you put all your other shit around it, and you can't see the forest through the trees.
Yeah, it's magician's patter is all it is.
Yeah.
The one thing he said that when he was on the Nelk Boys, he's like, I was dying laughing. I wish I was around people because he goes, the Nelk boys were asking him, like, you don't watch a movie with your girlfriend? He goes, no, that's gay.
He hangs out shirtless with other dudes, just like oiled up. But watching a movie with your girlfriend is gay. It's like,
that's his favorite.
But that's
move,
funny
though.
as shit.
He's
It
like,
is
It was
funny.
so...
It's really funny.
Because
it's obviously not true.
He broke character for a second.
Yeah.
You could see it.
Like what? He's never seen a movie before.
With this girl,
But that's his move. He always he was like smoking weed is gay, and then
Kissing is gay, he said.
Kissing is gay. Then it was like eating food is gay.
But there is something that he did say that I'm like, I was actually like thinking like, fuck, I think of every powerful man. I'm like, yeah, they're probably watching and hanging out with their chick a lot, but they're work mode a lot too, right?
Yeah.
They're like, I need to, because again, like I wish this happened 10 years ago, but it didn't. So whatever. But now I'm like, just be fucking a beast.
Well, you segment those things. Like when
Yeah.
the person you're with needs to respect the time that you're going to take to be like, I'm at work, I'm doing these things, I'm getting this done. But then when you scheduled time to be with this person, then you dedicate that time to them, and you're this is us now.
Yeah.
And you don't let the work interfere with that time. It's work to your relationship or whatever you're trying to build. Like you have to give them both respect.
But there is a thing where some women, not all, that they want you to be really successtal, but they also want to be with you all the time. It's hard to do both.
You can't do both.
She just needs a rap on the beat. That's all, right? Relax. That's Sean Connery that said that.
A rap on the beat.
James Bond himself said that. But no, for real, it's women need to be dominated. That is a biological fact. It's not changed ever.
Yeah.
Right? We're just not doing it now. Are you familiar with The Taming of the Shrew?
No.
Shakespeare, 1590, 1591, one of those 2 years. It's a story about an alpha, unruly woman who gets, who's out of control. Her family can't control her, nothing, blah, 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 and a man comes to dominate.
Okay.
It is a 500-year-old story about what we're going through right now, and if dudes would stop being bitches, reach down into your pants and grab yourself by the nuts, realize you have some, and behave that way, then most of these problems go away pretty fast.
So how about this? Why is that not a fucking movie? Like an actual how good?
It is.
They probably made it.
But but like a modern day. I was watching.
Well, that's because you can't put like 8 trans people in it. Doesn't make sense.
That's every single women's erotica book, though. Like every single one is hyper masculine guy.
Well, it's Chris Williamson's on the cover of so many erotica of these romance things.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching.
Women don't read like romance novels about sweet men.
No.
It doesn't fucking exist.
Yeah.
So if they're out there fantasizing about this stuff, and dudes are just like, oh, I'm not gonna do that thing. What the fuck are you talking about? Choke that bitch.
Yeah.
That's what she wants.
Yes.
God damn it.
I was watching.
It's very frustrating, to be honest, because it's so very obvious what's going on, and people just, because of whatever, they either don't want to participate in it, or they feel weird about it, or whatever the fuck, the way they were raised. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Well, I mean, also there was for so long people don't talk about it because it's so inappropriate, and then some people again always trying to save face because they are bought. So
isn't that weird though? How we are all here as the result of our dad coming and our mom.
Yeah.
And that's uncomfortable, I guess, to talk about.
But maybe. It's a fact.
But it's a goddamn fact.
Yeah.
And if we don't keep having dads coming into moms, we won't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So maybe let's stop being bitches about the whole like sex thing and just talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting and it's necessary and it's also fucking funny.
Yeah.
And
right?
fun.
And fun.
And yeah, it's great.
And fun.
Yeah.
Funny and
so
fun.
like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
man? It's like one of the best parts of life, and we're pretending like, no, we can't talk about that best part of life. Pretending I think it causes people so much social anxiety to know that you're full of shit and I'm full of shit at the same time.
Yeah, it's a
How do
weird
we even
thing.
have a conversation?
Yeah.
About that, we haven't established that we both have bona fides in anything.
Yeah.
Because we're both lying about one of the most basic and important things in human history.
That was something like I pull a lot of a place where I find a lot of comedy is always an absurdity. And I think that's why I've leaned into so many jokes about sex, because of the absurdity of how sex is represented in society. Like, it's used in movies, it's used in music, it's used to sell stuff, it's a biological urge, it's in pornography, like it's everywhere. But you're supposed to have this deep shame and regret about it. It's like, what? That is why? I don't understand.
That's a measure of control. That's all that is.
Even the same, and I'm not a guy who's like big on like making shit jokes, but I'll tell you this, man, when I see someone who has an incredible joke about farting or something, I find it the funniest thing. But that's another thing. It's like shame with that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think Family Guy did a bit on that. There's this really famous book called Everybody Poops. Right? Yeah. But then he's like, this is the Catholic version. It's like, nobody poops but you, and that's evil coming out of your ass.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, there's this such a funny version of that with fucking, you know, Norm Macdonald, of course.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald.
He's the best.
Legendary comic, rest in peace, man. He was on the show Mike Tyson's Mysteries, and he played this pigeon. And he was just Norm Macdonald.
You mean the cartoon?
The cartoon, yeah.
Oh, God.
He was just a pigeon. He would say just foul shit. He was a gambler. And he'd buy prostitutes. And then there's one episode where he's sitting in the back of the car with this kid, and he's like, "You jerking off?" And the kid's just quiet, and he's like, "If you are, it's weird, and you're the only one who does it." It's so good, man.
There was a thing like in high school where the one guy is like, "I don't do it," and then I'm like, "Well, what's wrong with me?"
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, well, yeah, me neither." It's like, we're all doing it.
Think about how bad this was in like the 17th or 18th centuries.
They used to say you'd go blind.
Yeah, they would say you'd go blind
Harry
from that.
Palm.
And Harry Palm. The average woman during this time period, we looked this up actually, had 6.5 kids, like on average. Obviously, nobody had half a kid unless there was a midget or whatever.
Yeah.
Do what you want. This is America. Do whatever you want. But,
yeah.
So 6.5 kids, and I think about 70% of people lived in one-room homes.
Yeah.
Which means Dad was fucking Mom with little Stevie and Timmy over there in the corner.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how quiet they were being about it, but probably not very.
No,
to be honest.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So everybody but the last kid was fucked in the head because you were told that sex is shameful all the time, and all you hear is pounding coming from the other side of the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Isn't that such a weird relationship with
And
this
then-
most
and the
basic
last
thing?
kid-
Well, imagine like you probably have seen people with eating disorders whose parents, usually the mom, say weird shit to them when they're young. It's mostly women, by the way.
Yeah.
Whose moms say weird shit to them when they're young, and now they have this very weird relationship with food, and we can all look at that and say, that is fucked up.
Yeah.
You have to eat to live. Well, guess what, bitch? If you don't keep fucking, we're going extinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did the same thing that would be completely unacceptable with food to sex.
Yeah.
Doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense to me.
Yeah, we gave people weird complexes,
Yeah.
and people attach like weird aspects of their personality
Oh,
to
yeah.
it. I went through all that shit, and I had to like unpack a ton of personal shit of like attaching my worth to it, and my masculinity, and
yeah.
all these different things, and pulling that apart, and then like having a proper relationship with it. But then also understanding this like a strength in having a freedom with it, and not caring, and who gives a fuck, and like enjoying yourself.
And then when you get into an actual relationship, if you've got like a high level of anxiety around that stuff, like we were having a conversation about a friend of mine from 10 years ago, but they had a kid, and the wife was kind of weird. Like, I don't know if he's gonna want to have sex with me again after that, and that made him kind of weird. And he's like, I don't know. They went a year without having sex after she had a kid.
Oh wow!
And we're having conversations about him like, you just gotta go fuck her, dude.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
longer
You got to
go,
break
the
that
worse
wall.
it's gonna
You have to
get.
break that wall.
Well, also
right?
too, that was the other thing about. Again, I think some of the best advice that's going on right now is from Chris Williamson, because he's like speaking to like people who are, you know, like a lot of people who are just studying relationships, life, and everything like that. And that's the one thing he said about predictors about being in good relationships are people who are like honest with each other and like communication.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in a relationship where the polarity is off, meaning that you're not either providing the woman the masculinity she needs, or she's not receiving it in that way, some dominant sex can fix that problem pretty fast.
Yeah.
Right? And
It's
it's incumbent.
true.
It's very true. It's incumbent upon you as the man to take control of that situation and make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm going to see someone I haven't been. We've been. I don't know.
You gonna go see the X?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always
Yeah,
a good idea.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but someone was like, we've been the New York one. Where we've been like,
The New York.
there was someone in New York.
I don't know the New
Oh
York
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Back and forth.
Back and forth. But yeah, so that's exciting.
Yeah, but that, like, when you get into that relationship, you've got an unhealthy personal relationship with sex. It's going to be unhealthy in the relationship as well.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, that doesn't go well. This isn't the 1950s anymore. Women don't just hang out and suffer for 25 years.
Oh, right.
Like, and why should they?
Yeah.
Frankly, I wouldn't. Like, we're in a contract. Live up to your side of the fucking contract.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, no excuses. You're the man.
And like I took a long time off of dating and relationships because I was like, I got shit I need to work on. Yeah. And then when I got to the point where I was like, I'm ready to date, started getting in there and started taking it seriously. Yeah. And then I was approaching it from this healthy aspect where I could go into it and communicate with someone properly and do the shit. Like, do the work on yourself to fucking be ready for this shit. Yeah. Or else you're gonna you can do it in the relationship. Some people are better than others, but you will then just like keep fucking these things up.
You end up living like crisis to crisis, basically, right? Like the relationship is defined by overcoming crises, which is completely unnecessary. Yeah. Like, you should certainly have frank conversations on a regular basis. There's not a relationship that doesn't have bumps. Yeah. Certainly. But if you're like moving from one fight to the next, what is that? Yeah. What are you doing? You're wasting your time, man. Yeah. Like, you're wasting everybody's time. Neither one of you are fulfilled. You're probably fucking up your amygdala. Like, you're in a fight or flight.
It actually grows
all the
too.
time. Yeah. Your amygdala literally gets larger.
Yeah.
If you do that stuff, people like post-traumatic stress and shit like that.
We got to wrap on this.
Oh yeah, we do. We got to wrap. Yeah, we got the next one coming up after. But you guys, this is fucking awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah, let's do it again when you guys are in Austin. Let's party.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Both of you are individually. Just come on. You've been on drinking.
Yeah.
You come on anytime, dude. Yeah, anytime you're doing comedy, they're just hitting you up.
Sick.
Right on, guys. Awesome. Yeah. We'll let people know where they can find you. Right into the camera.
Yeah, Drinking Bros podcast. Dan Hollaway. Boom.
Chatting with Candice Horvath.
Right on. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.